Hey, golfers, the game of golf is beautiful, but can also um, add to a lot of body tension that may not feel so great. So, starting on your hands and knees, make sure to have a chair or table or couch or any kind of furniture nearby. Starting on hands and knees, adjust your knees about hip distance apart and rock your hips forward and back a few times. So, now stretching out the low back and quadriceps very gently forward and back. If your knees feel like tender today, then place a blanket underneath them or roll your mat up if you're on a mat, adding a little extra cushion. The next time your seat goes back, pause there and you can put your elbows down, rest your forehead in your hands for some support. You can also stack your arms or stretch your arms fully, resting your forehead on the ground. So listen to your body, whatever works best. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose. Notice your ribs expand, your belly expand. The next time you exhale, come back to all fours. Slide your left hand right under your gaze. Raise your right hand like you're shaking somebody's hand, and then turn your body open to the right as you reach your right arm up to the sky. Press your hips back as you reach back. Roll your arm down. Shake somebody's hand. Lift up, maybe gaze up and back. So now getting into thoracic spinal rotation. This is so important for the game of golf, especially when you're teeing off. So what happens is your body quickly responds to this kind of movement. You may already notice that you're feeling a little bit more open. One more time. And then switch. Right hand comes directly under your gaze. Raise left arm like you're shaking somebody's hand. Lift your left arm up. See how the difference is right now. Press back, reach back. And then if you're feeling good and would like to look up at your hand as it goes up, you can. That's always nice to take the twist up into your neck. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you dip back. 2 more big rotations. So not only does that address any tightness in your upper mid back, you're also getting shoulder range of motion. Hold on to the furniture and step your right foot forward. Get it forward somehow and make sure that you've got a plumb line from your knee to your ankle. So using your furniture, move your back knee farther back as much as you can. So adjust your body for maximum comfort. This is not a comfortable pose, but it's an important one for you because here we go into the hip flexors. When they're tight, your body changes into a C curve and that pulls on your low back. It just adds a whole cascading effect of pain up your posterior chain. So breathing in, it may feel better to be down if this is a fairly new pose for you. Calming up will accentuate what's going on in your hip flexors. And then to raise your left arm, we'll take it just a bit farther. You don't have to do this. Inhale, lift, breathe, and then tilt your upper body to the right. release. Bring both hands to the ground as you move your right leg back and rest in child's pose. Again, either propping up your forehead with your hands, stacking, or stretching your arms forward. Coming to hands and knees, inhale, use the furniture. You can come up all the way and step your left foot forward. Think about moving your right leg back, just enough to get the stretch in the hip flexors. Check for the plumb line. And this may be perfect for you. Lift your chest slightly. You'll feel the stretch. Part of the hip flexors is the psoas, which starts in your low back and wraps around the front of your hip and thigh. So breathe into what you're feeling, and then if you'd like, raise your right arm and tilt your body to the left. Lift your chin, gaze forward. Good. Using the furniture, tuck your back toes and press up. Step forward and slowly stand up. Turn, step your feet apart, toes out, heels in. Think of sliding down an imaginary glass wall. Bring your hands to the inside of your thighs. Keep your elbows straight and tilt forward. This is a stretch for your groin. So hip pain can stem from tight inner thighs, believe it or not. Press your knees back, rest here. Take a breath in, straighten your spine, and then twist to the right. Make it gentle. Inhale, center, twist to the left. Do this a couple more times. So rotation is a big part of what you do. And this is mimicking that, but in a very supported way. Last time to the right. Last time to the left. Come center. Slowly stand up. Heel toe your feet towards center. Getting into the neck and shoulders. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your head over to the left. Tuck your chin to your chest and over to the right. A couple times each way. Tuck your chin, gaze forward, gaze up. So when you gaze up, think of lifting your chest, not necessarily cranking your neck. Tuck your chin, lift your gaze, tuck, and lift. Stretch your mouth open like a silent scream. Maybe you are screaming when you play golf silently inside. Jet your jaw forward, close your teeth. Gazing forward, turn your gaze to the right and center and over to the left. A couple more times. So because of the position you take over your putter, for example, or just any golf shot, your neck is always forward and down. So it's really important to maintain the fullest range of motion you can with your neck, the vertebra. Gazing forward, let's get into the chest. Step your feet wide apart. Slide your hands into your back pockets and just see how that feels. Slowly press your elbows closer together. Squeeze the space between your shoulders and release. Do this a couple of times. Press your elbows together and squeeze and hold. We're using the body's natural reflexes to open up the chest. Over time, posture can turn into a C curve, which causes a whole range of problems up and down the spine. stay and hold. You can stay here, or alternatively, interlace your fingers behind your back. If your shoulder health allows, think of straightening your elbows. Squeeze your fingers together. Try to tear them apart using the same reflexes. Squeeze and try to tear apart. And then one more time, tearing apart. Those of you who would like, you can raise your straight arms off your back. Again, if you're here, this is just as effective. Just showing a different variation. And release, shake it out. So there you have it. You are ready and set to go out and hit the links one more time. I hope you feel better, and thank you so much for joining me on this.